the promo for next week's episode. Doesn't matter, because we're talking about this week's episode, but next week's episode, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what I wanted when we're talking about Dark Captain Swan. This is not what I signed up for. I'm very emotional right now. First of all, because I wasted an hour of my life watching Merida on screen, who I used to like, but now hate. But let's talk about 508, not 509.
Ruthless.
We're just gonna have to go in order, because I'm just gonna lose my mind if I start talking about
David, parentheses, Gunn, Robin.
No.
David, Gunn, Robin.
No, it's this opening scene, super hot with Hook, David, Gunn, and Robin. I just thought that was really hot at the beginning where they're like, yeah, let's F up Arthur. And David pulls a gun to his head, he's like, yeah.
I find it weird that out of all the things that have been going on, this is like the first time in a long time we see someone pull out a gun.
Hook comes in to Rumple's shop and they're having a full conversation and Rumple's like, wait, hold on a minute. Belle, you can put down the crossbow, thanks.
She's standing there the whole time,
She's like,
keeping guard.
oh, okay, thanks.
And then Emma walks in. Oh wait, go back.
Operation Light Swan.
Come on, Henry. You're my favorite, but like, let's get original now. Operation Light Swan, that does not have a good ring to it. Okay, the Operation Mongoose was cool, I'm looking forward to it. But Operation Light Swan,
Operation Cobra.
Just like, let's just call it, I want to make you better.
A lot of this is going to be Captain Swan because although I hate when people say Once Upon a Hook, this really was a Once Upon a Hook episode. It was like every scene was Hook, which I'm not complaining about, but like they were very generous with Hook. He loves her and like he was like talking about all his rings. Just like just like the fact that he's like opening up to her and saying like, you know, like I've done wrong and I've killed people, I've done bad things, so like whatever you do, like we can get through it and I can forgive you. Apparently not. Apparently not. Which is why I'm very mad at Killian right now. But we'll get there. I just thought that scene was like so beautiful and how he was like talking about all the things that like what all of his rings meant to him. And when she pulled out his like survivor ring, he was like, oh, he's like, I thought I lost that in Camelot. And she was like, no, like you gave it to me. And he was kind of just like, oh my god, like what happened in Camelot? Like just fucking tell me! Dr. Whale.
Like bleach blonde hair.
He was hilarious. And he was like, oh, he's like, well.
He was the highlight of the episode.
He said something about like how making a baby is fun.
Yeah.
Like Regina's like we need to fire him. Why is he back on the show? I thought it was so interesting when Zelina was about to give birth and everybody was trying to protect her and she was like, no, we need to save my baby, blah, blah, blah. Complete parallel of season 4 finale, or not finale, but when Snow was giving birth to Neil and everyone was trying to protect her and Zelina was the one that wanted the baby. I thought that was...
Oh, I never noticed that.
Outlaw Queen, how do you feel about like them with the baby and like...
Was there Outlaw Queen in this episode? Robin just kind of like in the back the whole time, just like following everyone. Did he even have any lines? Oh, did he?
I think he had a line.
Wait, no.
No, I think he said something about the baby, didn't he?
The baby. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Oh yeah, probably, because it's his baby. He probably said something.
That's kind of sad that like...
Is that baby gonna be something important?
The baby's Merida. That's my theory.
What? Merida?
I'm just kidding.
You're gonna make the worst episode of Once Upon a Time ever.
When they were all tied against the trees and then Hook took off his hook and like bitch slap Arthur across town, that was super hot. Hook was unbelievably sexy in this episode, except there was one scene where he had like punk rock band hair and it was really weird, but other than that he was like on fire in this episode. He was so hot, guys. Do you understand how hot he was this episode?
I don't understand, tell me.
Daiga, Swan, Emma. So what he says words.
Yeah, he really means it.
He really does. Why does Charming call Snow Mary Margaret? They do know that David and Mary Margaret aren't their real names, right? They do know those were fake names.
I think it's like a fun little insider they have, like, oh, I know something about you that not a lot of other people know. And then they just call each other that.
I don't think
little
so.
nicknames for each other. Yeah, that takes a lot of time to say. Like if you go like, Snow, come here. Like, Mary, Margaret, come here.
When they were in Granny's and Henry thought that Hook was the coolest thing ever. And he was just like, oh, he's like, you slapped him or you punched him? And he's like, yeah. He's like,
oh yeah, Henry wants to be like him.
Hook. Yeah.
So yeah, that's no big deal. Maybe because she's magic or something, but Zelina like just gave birth. And then she's being transported all these different places, like thrown around and all that stuff, like being trapped in the basement. Like, isn't she in a lot of pain? Isn't she like stitches or something? Like she just gave birth.
Food for thought.
Just think about that. You can't just get up and walk around after you give birth, I think.
No, you cannot put on stilettos and that like sexy dress she was wearing and just walk around after giving birth. It doesn't work like that. When Emma told Hook she only said I love you because she thought she would never see him again.
Yeah, that right away when I heard her say that, I was like, whoa, that was fucking ruthless. Like, why would you say that?
I think Hook felt that way too. He was like,
I was like, wow,
oh.
Thanks for that. I guess I'll just go find another boyfriend who's gonna die on you, then say you love him last second.
and the only reason I said I love you is because I thought you were gonna die and I felt bad. Like,
yeah.
huh? And I still I don't get how like, what her logic was where she was like, yeah, I wanted to become the dark one because I didn't want to move in with you and I didn't want to live in that house together. Like, that's what I got from that scene. But she somehow backtracked and like convinced us that what she said was okay. She wanted a future with him and she wanted to move in with him. That's why she doesn't want to let go of the darkness. That doesn't make sense to me.
Man, all these guys would have like such good lives and all this like magic drama in it.
She was like, yeah, like I do want to move in that house and blah, blah, blah. And then Hook was so happy. He was like, really? Like, you want to move in together? Like, we're going to be a couple, like, we're going to get married? We're going to, like, have babies? We're going to live in this, like, cute little house? And taking how Hook was, like, actually, like, going through, like, the newspaper and he was circling houses. He's like, I want to move here. I want to move here. Like, I think this will be a good spot to raise a family. And Henry, you could have your own room. We can play, like, video games together. Like, just need magic to, like, put a hand back on me and then we can, like, do things. And, like, oh! And he was like, Swan, that's music to a pirate's ear. Like, Hook, I feel so bad for you, but at the same time, I hate you. Zelina called Hook her boy toy. No, she didn't call Hook her boy toy. She called Hook Emma's boy toy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm no one's toy. It's like, you're my toy.
You're weird.
Get in the zone. Get in the zone, guys. Like, get comfy. Make yourself a bowl of chicken noodle soup. Get under the comforters. Like, let's just talk about Dark Captain Swan. Okay, like, I don't, where do I even begin?
Not really much.
I don't know what guys, let's just calm down first. Calm down. Let's just calm down. I get it. We're all very excited. We have a lot of emotions. We have a lot of feelings. There's a lot of stuff going on. There were so many good moments. There were so many good lines, but like, let's just talk about Dark Captain Swan. Like, let's get there already. Like, let's just talk about it. Like,
can we?
Like, like, what are we feeling right now? What are we feeling right now? Because honestly, like, I don't know what I'm feeling. I feel like I am on Prozac or something. Like, what is Prozac? What does Prozac do? Am I on Prozac? Do I sound like I'm on Prozac? Do I sound like I'm on crack right now? Because I feel like I'm on crack. I have too many feelings. Okay. Kate, can you get me on track here? Like, I don't know what I'm saying. Get me on track.
I don't know. It's like really only one thing happened.
What? Okay, so with the memories. Okay, let's just start with the memories. Let's start with the memories. No, let's start with the squid ink. So he took the squid ink from the picture and threw it on her, not even knowing what it was.
Did he know what it was?
I have no idea.
And like, what? Why was that even being hid behind a picture frame? Why wasn't it just like in a drawer somewhere? For emergencies, behind picture frame, one vial of squid ink.
When Zelina came back and she had that dagger or that sword behind her back, I was like, oh my god, she's gonna kill Hook. She's gonna kill Hook. This that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. He's gonna die. He's gonna go to the underworld. And you could see Emma's face. She was like, no. And I thought she was gonna like lose her shit because like obviously Killian's gonna die in front of her. But that's not why she was freaking out. She's freaking out because she obviously didn't want Hook to know that he was the Dark One. So that happened. That happened, guys. It's done. Whatever. Let's move on. She takes out this fucking dream catcher and like shows it to him. And she's like, oh, should you tell her? Or no, she doesn't say that. But she's like, she takes out this, I don't know what she says, but she takes out a dream catcher and she shows it to Killian. And then all of the good things that happen in Camelot are like going through this thing, and I'm getting really emotional because I'm like, oh my god, there's Killian laughing, there's Emma laughing, and they're like cute, they're kissing, they're like at the dance. Oh my god. And then Hook's like, oh my god, like all of this stuff happened? All this stuff happened in Camelot and you took away my memories, and like now I can't even like blah, blah, blah. But then it goes to the diner scene and we see Merlin, we see whatever, and she's ready to finally like put the darkness out. She's ready to get rid of the darkness, and the only reason she can get rid of the darkness is because Hook's a really amazing kisser. That's the only reason why. They kissed, and then the flame came on, and he's like, yeah, bitch, I did that. She's ready to do it, and then Hook's like, ah, shit, what the fuck, I'm bleeding from my neck, and everyone's freaking out, except that, why is there one dwarf there who's just like overseeing everything and making sure everyone's good? So then Hook's like dying, and she's literally like, she's like, oh my god, no, like, I'm like, no, like, I'm literally like pulling out my hair here. Like, I can't. Guys. Okay, can you talk? Because I'm just like, I don't even know right now. Like, what's happening? So he's dying.
Where are we?
He's dying. He's dying. It's like I see him on the ground. That's why I keep looking down. I feel like I'm looking down at him. And like, okay. She would rather be the Dark One for the rest of her life than live a life without Killian. That's how much Hook means to her. Take that in. Like, people who think that Emma doesn't love Hook, you're crazy. Like, you're crazy. Sorry, that was really rude. I'm like, just let go of me. As long as you have a future, I'm happy. Like, that's enough. Just knowing that you're gonna have a happy future, that's enough. He's willing to sacrifice himself for her and for her family. That's character development, bitch. That's character development. This makes up for the whole fact that she never said I love you to him, and that, you know, she never fought for him. But no, because she's risking her entire life and her friendships and her relationships with everyone just to save him. She knows that their relationship's gonna be strained and that like shit's gonna go down and it's gonna be hard, but she'd rather see him alive and not be with him. Like, just can we like take that in? Like, do we know how important that is? I don't even know. Like, I want to slap someone right now. Merlin like dies? Is Merlin dead?
I don't really know. It's almost like, I don't really get that either, but I guess Merlin's energy, spirit stuff kind of became the two Dark Ones. Hook's there, bleeding, whatever, and he's dying, right? He's about to die. Mm-hmm. And then Emma says something like, oh no, like, you'll stay alive, like, I'll save you, right? And like, regardless of like us knowing that she's actually gonna save him, it just kind of sounds like something that she's saying because she wants him to stay alive. Mm-hmm. And Regina's like, what? Isn't that kind of rude? Like, Hook's like dying, and then Emma's like over top, like, no, I'll save you. Regina's like, what? How? Like, she was actually intrigued because I guess Emma's gonna do something to like save him, but still. And everyone was like, Emma, what are you doing? Like, let him die. That was a little weird. And I like how Emma was like, oh, Robin, Daniel, like, what would you have done for them? And it kind of put things into perspective. I guess when Hook became the Dark One, that's when Emma became looking like a Dark Swan. She was wearing like female version of like Hook's clothes. Why was Hook just wearing a cape? Why didn't Hook look any different? What's going on? He did look different. He looked like all the other Dark Ones. No, he looked normal. He looked like Hook wearing a cape. Before we go on to the point of like Hook getting mad at Emma for no reason, I think it's like the idea of those two being Dark Ones, or like, yeah, Dark Ones together, is like cool. Amazing. Like a power couple, man. I think like this is the best thing ever. And like now you're immortal, I'm immortal, we're all happy, but like Hook ended up being so pissed off about it, even though she sacrificed herself to save him. So Hook was the Dark One this entire time. Like,
was he not acting normal for the first 8 episodes of this season?
I mean, he was trying to get Emma the whole time, but I guess he's being extra dark about it. Jumping off buildings and stuff and killing himself.
I guess, and he was like really hostile.
Emo hair and all that stuff, so he was kind of doing something.
I feel like now that he knows he's the Dark One, it's giving him excuse to act like an asshole.
Well, I'm Dark One, better embrace it. Fuck you, Emma.
It's not like he just saw him become the Dark One. He saw that entire thing play out.
Yeah,
and how
he gapping out until the very end. He's like, wait, why am I wearing that?
He saw how he was dying, and he saw how Emma was crying, hovering over him, and crying and saying, you know, like, I need you.
As she was the Dark One.
As she was the Dark One, and like how she sacrificed herself to save him. Like, why are you mad at her? Why do you? I don't like Hook. Hook, come on. Like, I'm actually Hook can do no wrong in my eyes. Like, literally, Hook can do no wrong. But, like,
But he did wrong?
He did wrong, and I was very upset by it. Unless he was mad because, like, he really just didn't want that darkness. Because as he was dying, like, on his deathbed, he was like, no, like, I don't want this. I can't take this power. I tried to fight the darkness and I couldn't. He's like, I don't want anything to do with this. So, and then he died.
Like he went like against his. She went
against his dying wish.
Against his will, pretty much.
Okay, then I kind of understand. Completely upset that this Merida episode aired after. I think all of us just want this like dark power couple that's just gonna like fight everyone and be badass and have hot, angry sex all the time. I don't think we're gonna get that based on the promo. Because it looks like Hook went crazy and wants to kill everyone and get revenge on everyone. And he wants to kill Emma. I don't know. He wants to really hurt her.
Also, I guess like Rumple's being a pretty shitty hero. He didn't do anything last episode except for make his girlfriend stand at the door with a crossbow. That's what heroes do.
And then he tells Emma, he's like, I want to hurt you the way you hurt me. Bitch, what? First of all, she saved you when you got cut.
Oh, we're back on this.
And then second of all, she saved you when you died. I'm very upset. Like, I'm upset at Hook, and I'm upset that I'm upset at Hook. Hook, why? But on the plus side, just think of like the actual actors like Colin and Jen and like how much fun they're having, like being mean to each other.
That's it. It was a good episode for sure. It was like, it definitely seemed too good to be true when there was 2 episodes back to back, because first episode was so good, there was so much stuff, and then the next episode is like nothing. Like it's just a bunch of like King Arthur being a little shit, following Selena everywhere because she's got powers and he doesn't. You know Randall from Recess?
Oh
that's
yeah!
That's what King Arthur is like.
He's totally like Randall from Recess. Next week there's no episode, but we will still have a video out for you. Except Jake won't be in it.
Yeah, I guess that's okay. I don't think people will watch it for me, to be honest.
I think people will watch it for you.
What? No, people don't watch. They watch it for you.
No, they don't. No, they don't. I know that for a fact. So we have a very, very special video coming for you guys, and we talk about with a special guest, and we talk about Outlaw Queen. Like a lot of Outlaw Queen. We talk about Snowing. We talk about Rumble. We talk about Swan Queen. We talk about crack ships, and we just talk about Once Upon a Time, and it's gonna be amazing. That will be on next week.
Look forward to it.